Hello, everyone. We are here live. You're seeing so many of us this time. If you haven't heard, we are hosting a summer hook party this week. It is just a way to get together with friends and enjoy crochet because crocheting with friends is so much more fun. Also, I just want to say, everyone you see on the screen, we're going to go through, we're going to introduce each of us. We're going to talk about what patterns we're focusing on this week. But I just want to say, we've met each other in person, like live. Yes, this summer we got to spend like a week together in Florida, and it was amazing. And right now, Sarah Jane and Hannah are experiencing the Florida heat for themselves back in England.
Without aircon, I'd like to put out there.
Yeah.
I love my AC so much. I could not live in Florida without it. But if you're just joining us, we're doing what's called a summer hook party. So if you see that QR code at the top of the screen here, you can scan it. Sometimes it's hard to scan it on your phone, but we're also going to be dropping that in the comments, that link. I hope I still have it copy and pasted. Oh, we have so many people saying hello.
Yay.
No, I don't know what that is. Let me see. I'm hopefully copying and pasting. I'm making sure. Yep, that's it. I'm going to paste that in the comments as well. So if, as we're talking about this and you're saying, okay, that's amazing, where do I find it? How do I get to that pattern you're talking about? You can either hit that QR code or look in the comments and it will take you to like a PDF, cute little document that has all the links that you need to enjoy these summer patterns. So the first thing I want to say is that I'm with some very, very amazing ladies who are top designers in the industry. So I feel so honored to be here today with them. Each of them have provided an amazing pattern, but even better than that, it's all on our blogs for free. So whether you want to participate for free or you want that incredible ad-free download, both are available. And the downloads are also on sale this week for a limited time. So I think let's go ahead and start talking about the designs that we're featuring this week. Hannah, do you want to start us off?
Yeah. First of all, like, why am I big at the top? Why am I?
Because I didn't want to be.
Oh, well. So my pattern this week, I would be wearing it, but it's just too hot here. And it's a summer dress. And that's like a level, that's how hot it is here. And I'm going to keep moaning because we're British and we moan about everything. Hey. So my... Oh, I'm so hot. Go. So my design is a granny stitch dress. Now, this is part of a big collection that I have. It doesn't look anything like these things are so hard, aren't they, when they're not on you? But this is part of my Franny Granny collection, one of 11 patterns. But this week, this one has launched on the blog. You can get it as part of the collection, or you can get it as the individual PDF with the coupon code, which you can get when you follow that link or click that zap the. What do you do? Scan the QR code. Scan the QR code. But yeah, it's really cool for a stash buster. It's so much easier than it looks. It's a V at the front and it's a V at the back. And then you just make this yoke all in one piece, top down. And then you can make it to absolutely any length you like. And then you flatten the bottoms and close in the side. So super easy for anyone that is scared of making garments. This one is the one for you. And yeah, you can make all sorts of different, you can add sleeves if you want to, you can put a hood on it. There's lots of different varieties that you can do with it. So that's me.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so cute. I love that dress.
It is. I was looking through your blog post this morning, Hannah, and the way you styled it with all the different jackets and the bags, it was like, that's like so versatile. And the scrappy yarn colors, it was amazing.
Yeah, like absolutely, honestly, these were the colors that I had left over after I made all the actual ones. This was kind of like an afterthought, and I was like, I can't let all that yarn go to waste. I'll just make a dress, like as you do.
Everything.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like an afterthought colorway though.
Oh, completely. And I just did like a random, like a lucky dip bag, I knew that whatever color came out, that's my next round. That's my next color.
Oh, I want to do that. That sounds like fun.
Love that game. I love that game. It's my favorite game.
Awesome.
That is amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, because someone asked me the other day, they were like, would it be good? Like, obviously it's styled as a summer dress, but they were like, would it be good in the winter? And I was like, yeah, definitely. If you put a long sleeve top underneath with leggings and boots, definitely. Yeah. Like you said, I put a leather jacket on over the top and put heels on, and you can really dress it up. And I wore it out to dinner the other night, and someone shouted from across the road in the middle of a busy city centre, I love your dress. I was like,
oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah. I can do that. Yeah.
Did you shout back that you made it, Hannah?
Yeah.
I did. I said, I made and designed this. And the guy was like, that's so cool. We were at each other across.
That's amazing.
I had a few drinks, but
Yes. All right, Sarah Jane, do you want to show us what you have?
Yeah, I have a really cute, easy make, nice, quick and easy. I think sometimes I love to have like smaller projects in between larger projects. So this is definitely a good one. I'm not going to put it on because I'm just far too, there's a situation going on here. So, but this is the Savannah bucket hat. I've called it Savannah because that's actually the name of the yarn. And I love the way that it kind of stripes. The yarn kind of steals the show with this. It makes it really nice and easy to make. You don't have to think about color changes. It does it for you. So obviously it's just a basic bucket hat using double crochet, which is a UK term, single crochet in the US. But yeah, just really nice, quick and easy bucket hat. I love it. Easy to just throw in your bag all summer long.
And perfect for sun protection.
Yes, absolutely. Protecting that face of yours.
Yes.
Yeah. And does it squish? Could you like bung it, in a bag? Yeah, look at that.
Love that.
Yeah, definitely.
Easy
And if you want to make it
protection.
longer as well, you can if you want to extend the brim. But
that's an amusement park hat. That's a take to Disney hat.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. My daughter wants me to make one for her as well, so
that
might be next on my list. We'll be matching.
Yeah.
All right, Ashley, you're up.
My next.
Yeah.
I have my shell tunic. So this is one that I actually designed back in 2019. It was one of my first patterns that I did, and it desperately needed updating. So this is the Argyle shell stitch, which is one of my favorites. I have a video tutorial for it as well. It's not as difficult as it looks. We're using US terms, right? So we have just chain stitches and single crochets and double crochets, and you just combine them in a way that makes a really beautiful open work lacy stitch. And I didn't model it this way, but it would be excellent for a swimsuit cover up because it's not fitted at all, and it's got nice big armholes, and you can cinch it with a little drawstring and rocking it at the beach with a big old hat.
I love it.
Yeah.
It looks hard, but I know what you're saying. It's not.
Right. It's really not. It's actually two simple rectangles that we seam together strategically. And yeah, it's beautiful.
That's another, for anyone watching that hasn't done garments, I know every time we all get together, we always have people that are like terrified of garments. This is another one that we're telling you, if you've never done a garment before, start here.
Yeah, for sure. And this one is in 9 sizes now. That's one of the reasons I wanted to use this one for this summer hook party. Is originally it was just one size. It was a one size fits most, and I don't like doing that anymore. So it needed a refresh, and now it's available in 9 sizes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Love that.
Awesome. I love the tassel, the end of the tassel. You put like beads on.
Yeah, I did. Let me take it off. I did. I put glass beads on the end of it. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but they are so gorgeous. And then I just wove the end back through it a few times and set it on through. I'm feeling fancy.
Love that. It's so beautiful.
Thanks.
I would wear that out to dinner. It's very nice.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Michelle, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm wearing mine. It's actually really hot here too. It's not just the UK right now. Canada is scorching hot as well, but I did have air conditioning running, so we'll see how long I last. I turned it off before the live went on, but it is done in cotton. It's done in Bernat softly cotton, so it is sort of a transitional piece. I think it will be great going into the fall, especially with the sunflowers. So this is, get my hair out of the way, it's a top-down cardigan. So it's worked from the top down. It's all seamless. I've also added the hood. Let me see, which way do I turn here so you can see it? Added the hood to it. So it's nice and cozy. And the sunflower granny squares are all join as you go. So even the granny squares, no seaming involved, which I love. So join as you go, sleeve cuffs, and then also let me stand up so you can hopefully, how far do I have to go back? You can see the bottom has the sunflowers as well. You could even do 2 rows of sunflowers. That would look That would look really cute. And you can do it as long as you want. I went long, kind of had a duster in mind when I made it, but you can stop wherever you want. I'm actually remaking it right now in navy.
So
and
pretty.
the navy is going to be so nice. And it's going to be short. So I'm going to show another version. And I haven't decided yet whether I'll add the hood or not to another version of it. But yeah, and there's a video tutorial showing you all of the little steps, because it seemed after I made it that there were a lot of steps. So I went, make the granny squares, you got to block them. But overall, it comes together really nice, and there's no seaming. So once you actually get through it, it isn't as bad as it isn't as bad as it seems. And it's just granny stitch. So like Hannah's, hers is the granny stitch, mine is also the granny stitch. So double crochets, chains.
You gotta love a granny stitch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Gorgeous.
Yeah. And sunflower uses, you just grab one here. The sunflower is trebles. Like, so it's not, I maybe have some single crochets in there too, but basic stitches basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that. All right, my turn. So I went with an easy summer crossbody bag because I have a motive for this. I'll tell you about that in a second. But this is made in one piece. So you don't even have to do like two pieces and try to join them. This is a one piece with some pretty simple increasing and decreasing. And I did a similar stitch in the Autumn Week collection last fall, and I thought it'd be really cute as this. A little bit different with different style of puff. But it is super easy and super quick. And here's what I want to do. This is my plan. I've already bought half the outfit. So whenever I go to Disney, I always love, like, well, you ladies know, you've been to Disney with me. I will deck out in Disney gear every time. Like, we got the bags, we got the ears, we got the shirts, we got the shoes. Like, let's just do it. Let's do it. But sometimes I'm at Disney, I will see women do a little bit more like subtle outfits, and I'm putting one together that I've seen and I like love it. It's Snow White. So I have the Snow White ears, and I've bought like a royal blue tank top, and then I have one of those workout yellow like skirt short things, and then I'm gonna make a red bag.
yes,
And
nice.
it's like Snow White, like obvious but not obvious, but obvious. I don't know. I want to do it. This is like this, the whole thing for this. The funny thing is I started making this and I made it for that. And then I didn't have the red yarn, and I still haven't taken the time to like get the red yarn here. And I still in my head. I'm going to do it though. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to wear it to Disney.
We need
I
photos.
love it.
Yeah, we need photos.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because sometimes you don't want to take all this stuff to Disney. And I'm like, sometimes I just like for the evening, I'm like, I just want my phone. I want a card to buy stuff, you know, my pass to get in. And I just want to like, yep, that will work. Just that. And like get it and go. And this is small enough to take on the rides.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so jealous of the fact that you can just like nip to Disney. It's just that.
So I was sick a few weeks back, and it was miserable because I had all these plans to like, there's a new food festival right now at Disney Springs. And finally this weekend, I like turned to my husband. I was like, okay, well, I'm better. So like, this is what we're doing. I have to have the key lime dessert. And so we went. And of course it was like, it started raining because Florida this time of year will have like a monsoon in the afternoon. And I was like, I don't care. I will stand in this line, getting rained on to get my key lime dessert. And it was delicious.
Good.
I do love it. It is fun. You'll have to come back again soon. I love when we get together, but I am itching for us to get together again in England.
Yes,
Mm.
it's booked. Let's do it.
I'm down.
Let's get it.
Yes. It would be so much fun.
We can't.
So when we were together, so when we were together in Florida, we were just chatting, and we wanted to come up with something to do together as a group. So we really hope you enjoy this summer hook party that we put together, just sort of showcasing one of our designs each day. But I mean, we all love each other. We loved meeting each other in person and just supporting each other and crocheting together. It's the best. It's the best thing. It's so fun to get to meet other designers, and especially designers I admire so much, like Ashley. Obviously, a lot of you know Brianna and Hannah and I have done things together, but getting to meet Sarah Jane and Ashley was incredible.
Amazing.
I have
was,
loved
for sure.
their stuff for years. So yeah.
Well, the feeling is mutual.
They're really
not
over
to be too
my head,
pushy.
but they're amazing.
Yeah, it was incredible. It really was. And I think sometimes, especially as a designer, you can feel like you're on your own a little bit, can't you? So to just come together like that, it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's so much fun to cheer each other on. And when we talked about doing something just kind of fun, like what we're doing this week with the summer hook party, it was just like, it was so much fun to see like, oh, what design would each of us pick? What design? We're like, it doesn't matter, just pick something. Don't overthink it. But then it was so much fun to see them all come together and look like, it's almost like we did actually really like spend a ton of time planning out colors, and we didn't. And it's cool. It's just cool to support each other in that way and not go live by yourself. Feel like you're talking to yourself. It's so nice to have friends. I've had so many comments on here. I just want to highlight some of them. We've had a lot of people say Bella Coco. They're like blown away by you. They learned to crochet from you, and they love your channel.
Thank you.
Yes. We've had a lot of all over the world. We have stuff from all over the world. We had someone ask what our most favorite We Crochet yarn line was. I don't know if you guys have a favorite. I think for me, it's the time of year. So like it's kind of summer. I'd be like comfy cotton.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would say
That's what I was
cotton.
gonna say for summer.
Yeah.
Summer definitely cotton. I do really love their Brava line as well, like just for an everyday like worsted acrylic.
Blanket.
I love their I love the Brava bead. Yeah, I really love that too. But there's
So we
lots
had
of
someone
we have lots of favorites.
Oh, I know we do. It's hard to like name one. It depends on our mood, the time of year, what we're making for sure.
Exactly.
I know you have lots of favorites because I asked you all what your favorites were.
And we just
We're like,
That's right.
Yeah, so I've
Like,
got a big
well,
try.
just get some of all of it.
Yeah.
We have Linda says she loves listening to us. She hasn't started on crocheting sweaters because it scares her for some reason. But she follows so many of us and we make it look so easy. I have lots I could say on that, Linda. For one, it's okay to feel scared because I think every single one of us felt that way before we made our first garment. Like when I looked at the garment years ago, I still remember how I felt going like, not designing one. I'm just saying like making someone else's pattern going like, can I make that? That looks so complicated. I don't know why, but you take a rectangle and put sleeves on it and you just feel like, whoa, I don't know. But it is so, just do a pattern, especially if you're looking for something summer. All the ones on here are great to do, especially with our patterns. And I can say that confidently because I've seen the patterns of all the designers here, and every single one of these designers puts in the extras. We have community support. A lot of us have YouTube tutorials of stitches or the actual pattern to go with it to help you through each step. So you do want to start off with a pattern that's going to support you so that you don't get frustrated, but like go for it. Just start. And I think you'll find it's easy.
One of my top suggestions for people when they haven't made a wearable before and they want to try their first one, I would look for a pattern that's number one, says beginner friendly, and number two, has a child size available. So you can make the child size first and get a feel for the construction and understand how it works, and then you can make your adult size. It's a lot of time invested if you're going to go straight into the adult one. So
that's not a bad idea.
Really good idea.
Because even if you don't have kids yourself, somebody is going to have a baby shower at work. Or
for sure.
So I have a baby version. This is my dress in baby size, and this literally it took 2 hours to make. It's so quick.
And now you understand the pattern.
Right. Yeah. And you can do it with whatever scrap yarn, like that fits the pattern. Yeah. Such a good idea.
Yeah, I need to make that for my girls.
Oh, they love it. They
So
love it.
What do you say to someone who says they can't read a pattern for their life? That they can't read a pattern. What do you say to someone that says that?
I would say, come and do one of ours. Watch the videos. Join us. Let us help you. Let us help you. That's what we do. Yeah.
Read the pattern alongside the video.
Yes.
Yeah.
And pause it as many times as you need to, because I know we try to go slow, but I know that we don't go slow enough sometimes. So use the pause button as frequently as you need to.
Yes.
Yeah, or slow.
Yeah.
Have you ever done it where you slow people down on it? You can slow it down, and the voice
Yeah.
sounds a bit weird and distorted.
Yes.
But actually, the hand movement, if you're just looking for the hand movement and the action of the stitch, it's really helpful.
Sure. Yeah. I didn't even think
Yeah,
about that.
and make sure to read the abbreviations. Read the abbreviations, special stitches.
All the notes.
You're familiar with all
Yes.
those so that you know like all of the abbreviations, so it like clicks in. Make sure you kind of study those so that when you go through the pattern, and then watching the video, going through it step by step, it will help. It'll start to make sense, I think, at that point, because that's how I learned to read crochet patterns as well, was by watching tutorials and following along.
But it does look like a foreign language. When my mom was teaching, we were making like an Ami something. And I remember looking at the instructions and looking at the photo of what we were trying to make. And I remember looking at her going, but like, how does like this weird language on this one page end up being this? And then once you learn that skill, I think by watching a video tutorial, it's definitely helpful to follow along with that. Then you realize it's not so foreign. It's quite simplistic, and it's really just abbreviations.
And one thing at a time.
One line at a time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even trying a hat or something small, like starting with something like smaller patterns that aren't going to be as complicated, that will help give you a little bit maybe more confidence to understand sort of the reading it through. And
Yes. Samantha says she loves having the lives. It makes her feel so much like part of a crochet community. Same.
Definitely.
Same for us. That's why we're here. And for us as designers, like we want the community of like designers, and then we want a community of crocheters, because it's so much fun to make something and then see other people make it and be excited about it. It's like how my son feels about Minecraft.
It's so that. It is so that, isn't it? Like, I'm as geeky about crochet as he is about Minecraft. Yeah.
I just constantly.
Oh, someone's asking about the QR code. Yeah. And saying it's above my head. Yeah. This here. If you're looking for the link, am I pointing in the right place? Yeah.
Yes.
Scan that from a device to another device, and that will open up with all the links that you need to show you where to find the patterns.
Any advice on trying intricate patterns? For me, once again, I don't really think that there's much, like if you've done the beginner level stuff and you're ready for more, whether it be color work or really intricate stitches or repeats, it's really the same concept of just like going line by line or row by row and having a really good solid pattern. I don't know that I've really, even like the stuff that is advanced, well, I've seen people who just started crochet complete advanced patterns. So it just depends on a little bit of your comfort zone, and then really just paying attention to the instructions and taking it one step at a time, and sometimes frogging a little, and that's okay. That's how we learn.
I will say, if you wanted to try more intricate patterns, I would follow a pattern designer that you're familiar with, how they write their patterns.
Yeah.
It might be easier to go through a more technical or more advanced pattern if you're already familiar with their writing style.
That is true.
And a designer that you know has like open support, so has a community group for support, or has a support, email address, etc. Because if you lots of people have come to me like with patterns that they've bought from other people, and they're like, "Can you help me with this?" And I'm like, "It's not my pattern. I can't unpick that." And they're like, "Well, but they won't help me." So make sure it's from a designer that openly says, "Come and contact me with any problems."
Yeah.
And I think even before that, like just making sure that you've got the absolute basics down, know all of your main stitches, and then also know about the anatomy of a stitch, what parts of a stitch you can work into or around. And once you know those, it kind of sets you up in good stead for tackling those patterns, which is why I always say get the basics first and then move on from there. And
someone else said they like to use charts over reading the instructions. once again, you're in luck because many of us, I guarantee, I don't even have to, like, I know this answer. I guarantee Michelle's granny sunflower has a chart.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Michelle? Yeah. So if you prefer charts, we've got that too. This is so cute. I'm going to cover myself here for this comment. I'm 13 and I love crocheting. My granny taught me and recommended a few of your guys' videos.
Oh,
That's so nice.
This is why I love coming on here. There are so. I promise I am scanning these comments as fast as I can. We've got a ton coming in, and it's just making me smile because there are so many kind words here. It's just amazing. So yeah, thank you to everyone with all your kind words. We love getting together and crocheting with you too.
Yeah, and whichever channel you're on, make sure you go back and look at the comments on that channel because there's loads of people replying to each other and putting really helpful comments here.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
Yep. Someone else asked what the best yarn fiber is for kids' sweaters, and it says, do I avoid wool? Do I just go with cotton? Hannah has 2 little boys that she dresses up in her stuff all the time. They're so handsome, and then they go out and they run in mud.
Yeah, they do.
Hannah knows very well what yarns we should be using.
Oh, yes. So first off, they won't even put it on if it's itchy, remotely itchy, any kind of itch. No. So like beautiful yarns that probably we as adults are quite happy to wear. No, unless they're going to wear long sleeved, long neck, everything, completely covered. So just anything that's not scratchy. I think for children, if you're happy using acrylics, acrylic is great because it washes well and they grow so fast that I honestly don't think it's worth spending an absolute fortune unless you have the budget for that. Don't spend a fortune on making children's crochet clothing because it will fit them for 6 months, 8 months, and then you'll need to make another one, which is cool because then they get a new one in another color. But I just wouldn't spend a huge amount. And I know I probably shouldn't say that, but from a practical mum point of view, it's
unless you're going to a wedding or something.
Yeah. But then don't make sure it's not itchy because they then still won't wear it.
Yeah.
Then the hard way I learned that last year. Yeah, Oliver was like, no, mummy, it's itchy. I was like, okay, this is the only option we have, Oliver. So he was like, I won't wear it. There we go. And cottons as well. Soft cottons, I think, work really well. But they can, unless you have a good drape on them, they can sometimes feel a bit stiff. And my boys don't like anything that's stiff and structured. So something light and drapey. My kids really like. Yeah.
Yep. Someone asked, what is frogging? Frogging is when you're just like ripping out that work. You're just taking it back. You're undoing everything you just did to the point where you need to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
That's frogging.
When you go rip it. Sound like a frog.
That way it's called frogging.
Yeah.
No. How am I this many days old and I have just found that out?
To your point, Marilyn she said we should never be afraid to ask for help, and we should never be afraid to ask that because someone else might have a similar issue. Often people are ready and willing to help if we just ask. That's right. See, Hannah learned something new too.
Yeah, I did. Hilarious.
Yep. All of us, like sometimes I would even feel when I first started out, like, oh, I don't want to ask that question publicly on Facebook because what if everyone's like, okay, well, who are you? You're obviously a newbie. You don't know what you're doing. But that's not true in crochet. I'll be honest. I've really not seen, I don't think I've seen one unkind word to somebody who asked a crochet question. And I think it's because all of us genuinely understand that we were beginning at some point and that we had learned that on the way. And we were so excited to be like passing on that information or explaining that. I really haven't ever seen anyone in our community be like, think that any question wasn't worthy. All questions are worthy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And it like even now, like I asked so many questions
Yeah.
of you in Florida, like because you just pick up so much. You never stop learning, and there's never a silly question.
No, I think I will learn new crochet things until the day I die. I'm going to do this for life. I love it.
Yeah. I'd be a bit dubious about a designer who says they know everything, and then like that would make me worry because I'm like, are you not pushing yourself to? Because
it sounds like my teenage boys.
Yeah.
They
Well,
think I know everything.
10-year-old knows everything in the whole wide world.
Because look at Margaret Hubert. She is a legend in this industry. I don't even know how many books she has written. She's been retired for, I mean, like a very long time, but she's still very active in this career. And she teaches still. She flies and she teaches. If you ever meet her in person, she is the most smiley, tiny old lady and full of bubbles and just excitement. And even to this day, like I'll see her say, "Oh, I just learned this." And so and she teaches constantly. I think if there were anyone in the industry who gets to say they know the most, it's her. She can say it and I would respect it. But for the most part, Hannah is absolutely right. We're all still learning. What are your tips for pain relief when crocheting?
What are your tips for what? Sorry.
Pain relief. I know for me, it's popping my arms. Like when at my house, I think I'm ridiculous because I'll get like a pillow for this arm and a pillow for this arm, or sometimes those like baby, what do they call them? The nursing
The
thing.
boppies?
Yeah, nursing pillows.
Yeah, I have a pattern for a crochet support pillow like that. And my sister is an anatomist. She teaches anatomy to future med students. So she gave me a bunch of stretches that are really good for your arms that you can do specifically when you're, taking a break or need to stretch.
Do you have a blog post on this?
Huh?
Do you have a blog post on that?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll drop the link if you
Okay, let me find it.
Yeah, all your tips. Follow. Go to that blog post. There's some great tips. See, this is why it's so nice to come together because someone's got something cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know. I'm trying to make it through all these comments to see if there is more.
Well, do you know what? Someone asked for me if there's a video, for the dress pattern. So there isn't an individual video for it because it is exactly the same construction as the hoodie version. We just don't add the hoodie on. So if you go to the hoodie video, you can just start at the beginning because we don't add the hood to the end. It just leaves the hood off. And the written pattern then tells you how to make it longer. So go see the hoodie and you'll be all sorted.
Yep. Oh my goodness. I think so keep commenting. I'm like reading this way. I'm looking this way as I'm like reading all these comments and like I feel like they're coming in faster than I can read them.
Brianna, somebody's asking about the sweater you're wearing.
Yes, I saw that.
I don't find the comment. They're just asking what it is.
Yeah, where
is it on your website?
Oh, is it on my website? Yes. Yep. It's a brand new pattern that came out last week. It's the granny top. It can also be a dress if you want. You can make it several different ways. It has video tutorials, so it's on YouTube and my website. Yep. It's a summer house granny top. You know what? I try to be all cute with the neat things I name my patterns, and I'm not. And then I always forget what I name them.
So I have a pattern coming out next week, and I started making it in Florida. So it's called the Flory Tee.
Yeah,
I like it.
I also have another pattern which I started making in Sharm el Sheikh, and that's called the Sharma cover up. So I name it from like where I've made it.
I love that. Well, when I saw Ashley's name for her tunic, where it's like the shell, tunic, I was like, so creative. Mine's so boring. So, like, how long does it take you to come up with that? Do you sit at your computer for a while, or are you guys all just like, bam, this is it? I know what I'm doing.
So I used to use road names so we used to live in Bath in the UK, and so I have a map up here by the side of me with all the road names from Bath, and I literally used to look up and use the next road name because they all sound quite nice. But I've run out of road names, so I've just stopped. Just like it's a granny stitch dress.
Should I just go ahead and put the Disney map up on my wall, and then every new design I'll just be like,
it's whatever road. Yeah.
That's Dumbo's sweater. Awesome. Well, keep commenting. We will check these comments later. And if we missed anything, we can respond with links. I know Ashley's she threw in her link there for the comfort pillow and some stretches to help you with any discomfort so we can crochet for a long time. sure take breaks. But the QR code and in the comments, come join us for the summer hook party. It really is just for fun. You don't have to make all 5 designs. We're not going to hold you to that. Obviously not in a week because no one can do that. Unless you want to try, I will give you a gold medal for that. And then we share in our groups. We all have community groups where you can come share the designs, ask questions, show you like what colors you're choosing. Maybe play Hannah's game where you're just picking your yarn scraps randomly out of a bag. I would love to see that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, just come join us and check out these fun summer patterns that are free on our blog. And for this week, only 25% off for the ad-free download pattern on Etsy. And yeah, we hope you enjoy us and join us. And we enjoy spending time with you today. And we can't wait to see you again soon. Let us know if you want us to keep doing this. If you think it's fun every once in a while, you want us to come together and just do a little bit of fun like pattern stuff. So yeah, I think that's it for us today. And we look forward to seeing you again soon.